According to the Association of Business Process Management Professionals, business process management is a discipline that treats business processes as assets. This concept follows a similar idea to be found within ITIL, in case you've never heard of it. It's an acronym that stands for Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Both these domains hold the idea to be true because of the value to be found within well-run processes. We as business analysts do generally follow this principle because we, for starters, are keen to solve problems or develop solutions for needs and know that poorly defined and executed processes are the key source for organizational problems. So how are processes managed? Within BPM, there are core concepts which are worth reviewing. A number of the points we already talked about in our first week can be found here. So let's take a look. Business process management is a management discipline. Okay, I think that's a very clear statement. We know where we're coming from. Successfully implemented, business process management is a core internal capability, which means it's the key way that we actually do business. Business process management addresses the end-to-end work and the orchestration of activities across business functions. This is another way of stating that BPM concerns itself with processes throughout the enterprise. Business process management addresses what, where, when, why, and how work is done, and who is responsible for performing it. This information is invaluable for business analysts, as I'm sure you'll agree. This means that which business processes are defined and represented should be fit for purpose, which is another way of saying it. They should be suitable, or fit for use, which is basically stating that they're designed to be effective. Business processes should be managed in a closed-loop cycle, a system based on feedback to maintain process integrity and enable continuous improvement. Coordinated and proactive management of business processes requires significant investment of internal business capability development. To put this one in the vernacular, you need to be willing to make an investment. Full stop. Internal capabilities required to support enterprise-wide business process management are developed along a process maturity curve. What we're saying is that the organization needs to have a certain level of maturity to handle advanced BPM. And we need to measure this. This is a subject we'll be coming back to in a few video lectures this week, so sit tight. Business process management implementation requires the introduction of new roles into the organization. Now, we didn't say what these roles are actually called, but you need to keep this one in mind, right? Business process management is not a prescribed framework, methodology, or set of tools. Why do they say this? Well, the point is that BPM has everything to do with managing the processes, and that's it. Technology plays a supporting role, not a leading role, in business process management implementation. The reason they make this statement is because first we need to ensure that the processes that are sound before we can perform any type of automation. This one goes straight to my saying, don't try to solve a process problem with technology. Solve the process problem first. The implementation of business process management is a strategic decision and requires strong executive sponsorship for successful implementation. Remember the video lecture on RACI last week? Well, the executive sponsor should be held accountable for the success of the project, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed our review of BPM core concepts and look forward to seeing you again in our next video lecture.